Hello, everyone, and welcome back to That's Hot podcast. I'm your host, Christian, and here I am with the most magnificent and thoroughly beautified Tamberlin.
Thank you.
She's gotten so good at makeup. I remember,
I'm
like,
trying
not even a
so
year
hard.
ago, I feel like we went to like Sephora and they did that whole like rapid makeover for you, and then here you are blossoming before our eyes.
And I'm still using that man's tips. I wish I had his address. I would be sending him a Christmas card every year. He was excellent.
Yeah, she went in for one thing, and then she got the whole like shebang, everything, all the things, and it was like a
Yes. It was
Dior
great.
rep, so it was like legit.
I want to do
Yes.
I'm going to edit in the um, Princess Diaries from this, a princess.
Oh my gosh, that was great. That was great.
Yes. So today, speaking of brands, high fashion brands, we're here to talk about the fall of Gucci and I guess their parent company, which is Kering,
Yeah,
who's at the helm of a lot of kind of failing brands right now. So we're going to talk about it.
because they don't just own Gucci; they also own what is it, McQueen? Are they the one that has Bottega?
Yes, they also own Bottega, they own
YSL.
McQueen, and they own YSL.
Yes, so like they know what they're doing. But Gucci was like I forgot the percentage, but it was like their bread and butter.
Yeah, I think it was probably like 40% or something like that.
Yeah, it's massive. And then I think all
And
across luxury is just like down, but also like LVMH is well spread out through like various goods. It's not just like fashion, which is so like hit or miss.
and because of course in doing the research for this, everybody was drawing the comparison to LVMH and how that company
Mhm.
is ran and even how it was acquired. And I feel like LVMH is much more, they go after like the business aspect of it and they're much more business savvy instead of like, oh, I like this company, I'm friends with the owner, or I know the family, I'm going to invest in it. LVMH is much more like dollars and cents, and they did a great job aligning their brands, and whether
Mm.
it was like top of mind to the customer or not, they bridged all of their competitive advantages from each brand to help the other. Like, oh, Louis Vuitton all of a sudden being so aligned with black culture and rap culture is, it seems like a stretch for the brand of Louis Vuitton, but it's not a stretch at all for LVMH because they've been doing it over there at Moet Hennessy. They had Nas as an ambassador. They sponsored his concert series. They have all types of people that they work with. So it's just more of that. Oh, let's push that over here. It works so well for Hennessy. Let's do it over here.
Yeah, it's also interesting because like I feel like they're putting their efforts in like minorities because both big groups were really counting on like the Asian market because that was probably like the
Mhm.
last burgeoning market for both of them. And then now they're seeing so much slowing in that area. So that's interesting.
I saw a lady, she had an interesting comment on that too. And in regard to the Kering brands, she was saying that the American, and not just American, but the Western, including Europe, the Western idea of sexy does not really translate well in the Asian markets. And of course, at first, like if you guys will remember, I forgot what year it was where Karl Lagerfeld did the big fashion show at the Great Wall of China when it first like opened up to industry, and they were all of the luxury brands were wanting to have a flagship store over there, and so much so going the extra mile and even casting like full Asian runways of models. So the customer, that new client, could see themselves in the clothes and like imagine themselves in that world. You know, we do world building with fashion. So whereas now it's like maybe they got their fill of it. Like they had 80s, 90s, early 2000s to just buy every single designer thing that they wanted to buy. And even now, for an American customer, if I look at what's happening with the brands now, it's like just rework of that old stuff. And
Oh
then
yeah.
if you go online, and the new thing that they really said is the reason why all of these brands are falling is because secondary luxury market is up on the rise. Like the Real, Visitor Collective, First Dibs, all these places that sell secondhand, like pre-loved goods. If you go on any of those, so much of it is from the Asian companies, like countries. Japan is like number one for selling that vintage, that top tier vintage.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Wow.
so maybe they're done. Like they're over it. They bought it all. And now their
Right.
economy is down just like everywhere else. And it's like we don't have that huge disposable income anymore to come and buy, especially when you're not offering anything super new, super innovative.
Right. And there's only so much you can purchase. Like of anything, any good.
One of the biggest reasons why sales are down with the
Mhm.
Gucci brand specifically is because they don't have any hits right now as far as their accessories. And during the Alessandro times, he had hits. So in 2015, he had the Dionysus bag, and all the girls had that. That was all over
I
Instagram.
wanted that one so bad.
It, in the mini size, the big size, like I was ready. I wanted it too. I like the
But I
black
wouldn't
and
have
I like the
gotten it.
print.
Yeah, I would have preferred like the solid, leather instead of like the
And
print or
even the,
whatever the monogram.
yeah, I felt like the black would have aged better too. Like 20 years from
Totally.
now, it would just been like a chic Gucci bag. Then
Yes.
in 2016, they came hard again with the Marmont. So they was back to back with it. And that Marmont, it sold. It had colors. They did little different versions of it with motifs like embroidered and different. It was all the rage. Then they had those first slippers. Those first slippers went platinum
Oh my gosh, those were
in
great
the
too.
streets.
I still want them
Everybody had,
without the
look,
fur.
even the dupes without.
No fur. That's gross.
No, for yeah, I don't like that idea either. Like stepping on carpet all the time. It seemed nasty. That's why I didn't.
Yes.
But it was
Bacteria.
everywhere as far as the look. And I guess those items alone quadrupled the market cap at Kering and the sales at because the sales at Gucci tripled during that time. And we discussed that on previous episodes. They even had the Gucci t-shirt that was out. They had the Gucci bikinis that were viral. So that was like a very pivotal time, especially in the Instagram influencer world too. It was like every
Yeah.
single girl had that look, had that Gucci look. And then who did they get to replace Alessandro, the king of maximalists? They got Sabato. I hope that's how you say his name. He used to work
Minimalism.
at Valentina. Yeah.
Sabato. Yes. Whereas,
So they switched.
Michele. Yes. Oh yeah, because he's at
He went
Valentino.
to
Yeah.
Yeah, he went to Valentino. And they
Mhm.
said, oh, he left because he had low numbers and creative differences, which I assume they were trying to ride that wave of like quiet luxury and get away
Mhm.
from his super kitsch over the top. But that was your customer.
It's interesting because like I get that how they wanted to change it, and also previously before Michele was there, it wasn't their customer. Like that wasn't their aesthetic. With the Tom Ford before that, it was more minimal and like sexy, and he took it granny. So I see like where Sabato is. He's trying to take it. It's just not connecting well, and then also
It's
like how
not
you were,
connecting.
yeah, and also how you mentioned that while like the looks are great, especially for like runway and whatever, but their bread and butter is those accessories, and those aren't hitting as well.
The aspirational client is what keeps the lights on at a lot of these brands. And I feel like they don't like that fact. Some of them are starting to notice it more now and be aware of it and try to be active in that market like Valentino did with Alessandra. Like, okay, we got a little taste with those viral pumps and with the whole Valentino pink thing and bringing on Zendaya and Lewis Hamilton. We need more of this. Give us that guy over there because he had viral hit after viral hit, and that's what we need. We can sell these dresses to our couture clients always. We can dress red carpet girls always till the end of time, but we need the steady money coming in. I guess Gucci right now, their sunglasses and their perfume is really the only thing that's on the rise. And I feel like duh, because people are broke.
Yeah,
So
it's like the most affordable, like
anybody,
entry level. Yes.
yeah, like you can get $200-$300. And Gucci goes on sale. So the sunglasses might come out, original price 400. You can wait a couple weeks. And because sunglasses, you don't have to worry about getting your size. You can get them for the 380 sale, the 200 something sale. If you got a coupon, you can maneuver around. You can go Klarna for easy payments.
Oh God. Does Gucci accept Klarna?
Probably not Gucci.com, but all of their subsidiaries like Farfetch, this,
Oh yeah,
that. You
third
can you
party.
can work it
Yeah.
out. Bloomingdale's, you can get those glasses
Oh
if
my
you really
gosh,
want them
please
and that
don't use
perfume.
Klarna. Get out of debt.
Yes, it's a
Desperate
trap.
call.
But
Yes.
Sabato tried to make fetch happen, in my opinion, bringing back that Jackie bag. And that is, although it may be minimalist, it's not sexy at all. That's a very church, grandma, I'm going to court type of bag. My son is on trial. And he made a mini version of it too, but it's still like
Oh, so
it
it's
just
the bag that you always associate with Gucci. It's just there's nothing different about it.
it's the horse bit. It's the horse bit loafer in a bag. Not fantastic, not spectacular. And in this climate, I get it that Bottega did so well with the quiet luxury thing, but that was already their customer, that was already their client, and you just brought it to a more youthful audiences offering these different colors. But for Gucci, like Sabato, you got zero hits, and they said, "Oh, we should give him time because his first season was spring summer, and there wasn't
Mm.
really anything he could do." Maria Graziatori came out swinging at Dior with that Dior bra strap and the panty boxer thing, viral in the street because all the girls can't afford a Dior dress, but you can get that two-piece set and you can maybe wear some jeans. You can that was everywhere. It was at Coachella, it was on the red carpet, it was omnipresent, that Dior set. Sabata, I don't care about minimalism. Hits are hits. Minimalists have hits all the time. Where are yours?
Well, I think that's also an issue because like Bottega, they're struggling now because that creative director, I forget his name, but he moved over to
Daniel Lee.
now, right? Because he's McQueen now, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then Blasey, he's now at Bottega, but he's struggling because what has he done, like accessory wise? Because they're looking for more
Just
hit accessories. It's just more things that are like the intertwined leather.
yeah, and just making the bags in ginormous, teeny weeny. Like, you guys give us something else, especially when you're commanding these thousand price tags, like 4,000, 6,000. You need to wow me. I'm not wowed. And that's why, to me, all of these customers really are heading over to the Birkin market, whether it
Mm.
be secondary or playing the game in that store, begging and pleading with the people to get it back, because if I'm going to spend this much money, I might as well get, the granddaddy, the Beyonce of all the bags, and that is the Hermes Birkin right now.
Oh yeah, Hermes, they're independently owned, right? I think the percentages
No, I
of
think
them
they,
is owned,
yeah, I think
right?
a percentage of them is owned by LVMH.
Okay. I think what I read a while back is that LVMH is looking to do more of a takeover.
They
And I think
tried.
that's kind of right, and that's kind of a thing that the what Kering did with Gucci, right? Yeah.
But Gucci, they may be getting their karma because it was family owned. The family had all of the drama, and that also helped Alessandro a lot during his time. We cannot be remiss about that. That the House of Gucci movie was a huge bolster for him and helped him out tremendously.
Oh, totally. I didn't think about that.
But the dad or the grandpa, whoever, with Gucci, only did this deal with Karen because he didn't want it. I guess they needed money. Didn't want to just leave it to the sons because of clearly what happened, but
Mhm.
refused to ever let it pass to a female, which was the daughter. And she was probably the most capable person.
Oh yeah, I remember you were the one that told me that. That's crazy.
So you get what you get and you don't get upset. Now look at you, falling apart at the seams. And has Gucci ever had like a female creative director?
Oh gosh, I don't think so. No,
Like,
maybe that's what they need. It's like a new perspective, not just another
come
male.
on now. Yeah. Everybody's not Tom Ford. They can't. And you thinking that you can pull somebody from grandma ass Valentino and bring sex appeal back to Gucci is ridiculous. That's why you got this Jackie bag out trying to dress people like Hillary Clinton.
Okay, so they brought him over from Valentino, and then but it's interesting because like Michele, I wonder what he's going to do with accessories because I just imagine. Oh, I think we talked about it previously. Just the rock stud. They haven't had any like modern hits. It will be nice to see with his next collection like what he can do with that. Even though we already
I
got a taste of
imagine,
it,
oh,
and it was like still
yeah.
granny, right?
I imagine that he is going to, because he overwhelmed us with looks. He gave us all of those looks, but we had hits in there. We had that branded T-shirt. We had the V hat. We had
Mm.
the big old V earring accessory,
Oh
the
yes,
Valentino logo. We have hits in there. So I
yeah.
think that he's going to expand on that, because that was like a test of the market. We're going to throw all of my ideas out, as far as sales, we can really sell. And we're going to mix it in with the already traditional Valentino aesthetic. We're just going to try to, TikTok it up, Instagram it up. So I imagine that he's going to come out with like a big Valentino logo bag or some type of twisting V, something that is very, what's the word, tactile, like
Okay,
that the
just like
ASMR girls can,
ostentatious. What?
yeah, you know,
Oh my
because like
gosh.
Loewe has been very successful doing that, putting like a big chain on the top of a bag or doing
Oh my
something
gosh.
that stands
I
out.
totally have that. My bag came with the I got the flamenco bag and it came with it naturally the just like regular strap, but it unbuckles and then you can put one like a new strap. And the ones they had, they called them donuts because they're just like circular, like silver pieces.
Okay.
And it's so like jangly, but I love touching it. It's just really, you're right. It's very tactile. I
See, so
think
that's what I.
it'll be interesting because like I don't know, as far as me, like I don't really care what Gucci has to offer. I think what's so interesting is like a Loewe, just because like something about them is kind of like a Marnie. We're just like it's a little bit off kilter, especially because I think I don't know. It's more about personal style, especially because like at this point, everything's been done. Like, how are you going to personalize it and style it? Also, another big one
I
that was
agree.
like great with accessories is that Jacquemus, as far as like marketing as well, they're doing
Mm-hmm.
really well. Hmm.
Mm-hmm. And in my opinion, you bring up Jacquemus, I feel like they kind of ate Gucci's lunch a little bit on the tail end of Alessandro Simon. That may have been why his numbers are slipping because that Jacquemus girl is the Marbont girl, is the Dionysus girl, is the this product is popular right now. It's the new it item. I'm gonna
Totally.
get it. And he came out, undercut their pricing because those Le Chiquito bags were very affordable. I think they were like five something, four something.
Yeah, for luggage bags,
Every girl had them.
I was convinced because you couldn't fit anything in there. I thought long and hard about it. It's just like, what would I fit in there? So yeah, I did not get one.
I wanted one so bad, but when it first came out, I was not sure because I'm always iffy with like when brands come up with vacation wear first. Like, is this going to be a here now, gone tomorrow type of thing? Or
Mhm.
like just a of the moment thing, kind of like Ghani, where they have like a hit outfit and then that's it, they go away. Right now, I feel like
Mhm.
the new version of that is Casablanca. So I did not buy the Le Chiquito, even though it was so cute. It was all the colors. It was affordable. I was like, oh, I can get two. Maybe I can wear it as a belt, blah, blah, blah. But I did get the bigger bag, the Le Bambino, I think it's called.
Yes,
But you still can't fit a lot in. You can fit like a cell phone, you can fit a lip gloss, passport type of
and
thing.
that's the
But
one with the hoop, right? The hoop handle. What size is yours? The
oh,
small?
the small, no, I'll show.
Oh, we need to see it. Yeah, show and tell.
Hello, class. This is my Jacquemus
Oh, that's
bag.
great.
And yes, it is, to me, even if you look at this and you put the Marmont or you put the Dionysus, it's the same girl. Okay, but they have way better marketing. They have viral campaigns. Their fashion shows above and beyond. This also comes with a strap. It's like, it's just more. It gives more than what Gucci gave. Sorry.
Also, what I like about your bag is that it's understated. I don't know. Beyond that little like the little metal branding. It's
Oh, yeah.
yeah, it's
And
perfect.
even even as a black person, and I hate to say this, I hate to be respectability politics about it, but Gucci does give me a little bit of rapper vibe. No matter what they do, it gives me that rap, that big gold hoop earring. And, there's a time and a place for that. But
I
I do
think
feel
that
like
go ahead.
Loewe took their customer, Jacquemus took their customer.
I think whenever you mentioned that, what came to mind was that whenever um, Ruiji, whenever he was at Bali, you know how he kind of you embrace it, and so he was doing that kind of what we thought as like early 2000s like hip hop clothing with the girls with the ghetto, not a ghetto, but the gold hoops. Um,
Hmm.
and a lot of what we saw was like,
Yes. The
did we
ghetto
ever find out why
fabulous
they kicked
aesthetic.
him out? Oh yes, it's because of his spending and also his
Yeah.
non-accounting.
We see him too, flying in helicopters over the Swiss Alps with a blonde. So we
Yeah.
see what he's doing with that budget.
Most recently, I found out that one of our videos was taken down because it was reported. Yeah,
Yeah, he
and
reported our video. He snitched on us because we were telling the truth. Hard hitting fashion journalism and got under his skin. He couldn't handle it.
oh my gosh, how scandalous!
That made me feel so good. Like, oh yeah, we hurt you. It was true, huh? It wasn't it? Hard hitting
Yes.
journalism. Barbara Walters, if you will, Diane Sawyer.
Oh God. I could totally be like Whitney and asking her about the cocaine.
I made too much money, never smoked crack.
Perfect.
Okay. Also, in the realm of hits that I feel like Sabato could have tapped into is Gucci had those stockings, the Gucci print. All the girls are wearing those. People were trying to wear it as a body stocking. It was very similar to when they had the full rhinestone suit that Kim Kardashian wore on the Kardashian promo, and then Rihanna wore it to Coachella.
Rihanna,
He
yeah.
could have capitalized on that and made like Gucci bralettes with just the Gucci print, and maybe tried to reimagine some of those Tom Ford very, very like iconic moments that people even try to go and spend thousands to purchase on used like Gucci panties on eBay, which I think is sick.
Interesting.
But They want that double G on the back of the thong from the Tom Ford times, and they want those certain looks. Like I've even seen Bella Hadid wearing a bunch of Gucci Tom Ford era, Lori Harvey. It's like play on that then if you're going to go on your heritage. Don't do this again. This business casual 70s. No.
All right. It's interesting to say because like he's going to continue to struggle just because all of luxury is down, especially with everything that's um, been exposed more recently with that like Dior bag. How much did it say that it cost to produce it?
Because they're being sued now. They're in court.
It's interesting. Like, what are they being sued for? Because that's kind of like what luxury
They said
is.
it costs $57 to produce bags retailing for $27.80. When this news came out, that's how you know, like, I agree with you that we're kind of callous as fashion people because it was like, oh, isn't that the whole premise of it? Like, we know the bags aren't worth what they're charging. You're paying
Yeah.
for the brand and the identity and the heritage, all that. None of this is worth $2,000. Be for real. But
So I
apparently,
wonder. Yeah, I wonder what the lawsuit is about. Just because like that is kind of, unless you're like an Hermes, just because like the quality is not there anymore. Especially like with like even Chanel, Louis Vuitton is of course the leather and the
it's
production is
so,
just moved off.
yeah, it's so interesting how they continue to raise prices in an attempt to maintain that air of exclusivity. And they attack these retailers and constantly try to sue them. Chanel had a big lawsuit against, I believe it was the Real Real, trying to get
Hmm.
them to stop selling their Chanel bags, their reused Chanel bags online, saying it was confusing the marketplace or whatever. No, it's not. It's that the girls don't want to come pay $12,000 for a bag that was just 10 a month ago, and it's not even real gold anymore, and it's not this and it's not that, and you're just raising these prices arbitrarily to keep some type of exclusivity when there's no exclusivity about this. You, if you have the money, you can come in and get a Chanel bag. That's the only barrier to getting the bag is the
Totally.
price point.
And
There's
it's
not a good
interesting because like,
experience. Like it's not super special. We went to the Chanel boutique in Dallas. We
mm.
were not blown away by the hospitality. Like it's just a regular store.
Oh no, yeah, yeah, we totally just walked in. I feel like we were greeted like maybe once, but yeah, it wasn't. Especially with luxury, I feel like you should be offering like the whole ambiance, the like, yeah, and it wasn't like I just walked into Anthropology, like whatever.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Even when we were walking around, so people don't think that our opinions are biased, even when we were walking around Chanel and there were people that, like, for example, there was a couple, the stroller was by the dad, by the seating, and then the mom was up, like, paying for things. He did not have a drink. He did not have water. He did not have, like, a Chanel napkin with a little cookie on it. Not a thing. And they're buying like, thousands of dollar items. It doesn't make sense. So
Right.
that's why you're losing your customer to people, a girl that could just buy the bag instead of 10,000 in your store, she can buy it for maybe 4 to 6 online.
And you can go buy your own cookies.
Well,
Plus,
all the money you
especially
save, you can go on
because
vacation.
I don't know why everybody refuses to admit that, like, not just the US, but everybody is in a worldwide recession, that,
Mhm.
you know, buying power. And so, yeah, if you want to exclude, people and have your barrier of entry to be like the amount that they're going to pay for your luxury goods, then people, they can just take their money elsewhere. Yeah.
And that's what's happening. I think that is something that Hermes manages very, very well. The like game that they make customers play. We're not necessarily going to keep raising our prices arbitrarily. Like our crocodile bag will always be, the super duper high. But these regular leather bags, for the most part, they'll be between the 6 and the 10. And you can come in and you can get a bag. But guess what? You're only going to get it in the colors that we have available at this store. And you're only going to get offered one of these bags because these are the bags that we feel represent our brand. And we don't want our brand to be associated with just anybody or whatever. So you have to spend so much money in here to prove that you're serious, that you really are a Hermes customer, that you got the blankets at your house, the teacups.
I feel like that is both boss and ghetto.
Oh, yeah, it
That like
is
they
because you're
do that.
scamming.
Yes. But it is kind of cool because, ideally, so they're controlling their brand and how people like represent it. Although immediately whenever I was thinking about Hermes, what is it? I know somebody who I work with who has a fake Hermes.
Okay. Is it real
Um,
leather?
oh, I don't know. It looks pretty nice, but yeah. So there's so many fakes, and the fakes are so good. I don't know.
Uh, I used to be on a whole subreddit category of these ladies that were wealthy. Like one, and I used to get so into the details of reading their little stories. God knows if they're true or not, but I'm just saying there will be women on here and they would talk about the fakes and stuff and how they vetted the people and all of this and how they quality checked it against the real Birkins that they had. And some of the ladies were like clearly able to afford. And she was saying, oh, yeah, I used to like ask my husband to buy me like at least 3 or 4 a year. But now I just take the money, I buy these replicas and I save the money, just in case for an emergency type. Then some of the other ladies were saying, oh, yeah, I'm a dentist or I'm this or that. I want to look a certain way in my social circles and maybe to even attract the right kind of mate. But I don't want to spend this money. Like, this is my discretionary income. I rather invest it. I rather do something else with it. But I want to look the part. So there will be other ladies in there giving them advice like, oh, yeah, it doesn't matter. Like, you could get this replica. I got it from that person. It looks spot on to my perfect one. The stitching, all this. They're counting the stitches and then telling her, oh, as long as you dress a certain way too, nobody will ever guess that it's fake. Like, do you have this kind of jewelry? Do you have a Cartier bracelet? Do you have a Van Cleef? Do you wear Lululemon? Like, yeah, you'll be fine. Like, giving tips.
Totally. Actually, so whenever you said Van Cleef, it also made me thought about another person who's struggling, especially after their big purchase from LVMH, Tiffany.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they put so much effort into purchasing them, and then now they're trying to recoup that investment, and it's not really working. We've seen all the collaborations. They've, paid off, Beyonce and Jay-Z, and that was a pretty penny, I'm sure. The collaboration with Nike, Spalding, they're just like grasping for straws, like trying to connect with a younger consumer, but trying to have that viral moment that Van Cleef is having, everybody wants it.
I feel like Tiffany has all of the tools to create that and even maybe go bigger than Von Cleef because a lot of people did not understand the heritage behind Von Cleef, that they used to design the royal jewels and all of that. They just liked that little 4-leaf clover. They seen it on celebrities. They thought it was cute. They wanted the Alhambra. They wanted. But Tiffany, you have heritage, breakfast at Tiffany's, you have films, you have all of this Americana that you're wrapped up in, Fifth Avenue store, all of these things. And I feel like you went about it the whole entire wrong way. You're inviting like the wrong age group, if that makes sense. Like I saw you have Beyonce and Jay-Z. Okay, they're middle-aged people. Like they still hold a certain place in pop culture, but they're middle-aged. Nobody's going to them to like dress like them per se, especially not young people. And I feel like you need the teen market. That used to be Juicy Couture teenage girl, like the upper middle class teenage girl that got a little bit of money, and now like the middle class is shrinking, we all know. But still, like that 14, we could even put it to 13 because kids are grown now. That
Oh yeah.
13 to 25 market, you could have made a charm bracelet, a luxury charm bracelet that returned to Tiffany's. I still see girls out wearing that. The classic silver, you could have made that in silver, you could have made that in gold, you could have partnered with Swarovski, did something else. You could have done enamel charms, you could have done licensing, you partner with anything coming out, Barbie movie, Troll, it don't matter. Partner with those things
Trolls.
and put the charms out and let the people buy them, and you would have been selling off the shelves. Girls would be buying them. Oh, this is going to be for my daughter when she grows up. And then because of how the necklace is, you can put the charms on the necklace, you can put the charms on the bracelet. You're winning. But you guys want hype beast customers? Woo, Air Force Ones?
Oh
Like, be
gosh.
serious. Hire some women. I know it's all guys coming up with these ideas. Air Force Ones, Spalding, Beyonce and Jay-Z. Like, you got a 40-year-old man in there telling you creative ideas.
Well, also there was collaboration. So like they did something with Pokemon, they did something with Sailor Moon. It's like really anything will go at Tiffany apparently.
Please, just be the upscale Pandora and watch you sell
Oh
out.
God, gross.
Those tea bracelets were cute too, but they were expensive. So everybody that wants them can't even really get into that.
Not Pandora. Isn't Pandora fake?
Pan, I don't know if it's fake. It's like sterling silver and
Oh,
glass.
okay. Oh, yeah. So it's
Yeah.
just not fake. It's just like I will call them essential
Oh,
elements.
that was not. I was gonna say like gas station jewelry. If you go to New
Yes.
Mexico or something.
Yes. Gross. Affordable elements.
Ah, I don't love it. They also said YSL is struggling. We went into that store and I feel like I can kind of see why. It was very boring. It was kind of
It,
stale, like 80s sexy.
I was totally thinking like 80s because even everything about it. I just remembered everything was like black and it was black and gold, and mirrors everywhere. I felt like somebody
Mhm.
was in the corner probably doing cocaine lions.
It was very Studio 54.
Yes, it's like, do they not know, like, who dresses like that? And
Everything was like
it's,
big and marble.
yes, Crocs are on the rise. We can accept that. We had a whole podcast about the casualization of society. Um, but who's getting dressed up? And like, if anything, also their bread and butter is like that YSL, like that bag. I forget
Oh
their name.
yeah,
That bag.
that's the hit that they have. And I feel like they really win that category because of price point as well. It's one of the lowest cost for a heritage brand bag that you can find. And if you guys want to test that theory, when you go out to the mall, when you go out to dinner in the suburbs or something, look around. You see designer bags out, you're going to see YSL and Louis Vuitton. Those are the top two.
Yes. And do you think it's kind of taken the spot of like, well, for the middle class, um, Michael Kors, maybe even a Coach? I feel like Coach is probably more affordable, so that it's an every person brand.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I definitely feel like the YSL replaced, and especially because like money fell, and that's so crazy because I feel like when we were in college, like 2009 to 2011, the Chanel bag was that bag that's like the aspirational bag, but I have a little bit of money, I have this bag. Like girls in college, they would buy it with their financial aid. You get a Chanel bag, $2,000, $3,000. But then because it went up so quickly, like they did that price increase so quickly, that stopped being the bag that you would see out on a girl, like on her birthday or something like that. And the YSL came and swept in. So then it was like the trickle down effect of, oh, Coach kind of went out. As Michael Kors came and snatched their customer, and Michael Kors was
Mhm.
everywhere, omnipresent. And then Louis Vuitton maybe had a uncool time because it was like, I don't know, just out of fashion. They weren't coming out with any. They didn't have Murakami, they didn't have that rainbow. Marc Jacobs left. Like, they didn't have any
Oh yeah,
hits.
totally.
Now Pharrell is back. The price point is kind of high, so I don't see a lot of the new Louis Vuitton outside. Like I've yet to see people in person with any of the Pharrell Louis Vuitton bags,
Oh, the Cowboy
but
collection.
any of them, like the red, the yellow, I think it's just because the price point is too high. Like the Tyler the Creator, I haven't seen any of it outside.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that collaboration.
But the YSL bag is in these streets. And even that big like trash bag looking one that they got with the big YSL on it, that's everywhere. But yeah, I feel like I think they did really well as far as clothing wise with Anthony Vasiello.
Yes.
Like all the runways were good, but the accessories, we haven't gotten anything new. Even the YSL glasses are not as prevalent as they once were. They've been replaced by like the Balenciaga glasses. The is the double B? No, the double B is Balenciaga.
The Pradas. Remember
People
like
had
that
the
geometric.
Pradas.
Yeah.
Yes, the Pradas for
Hmm.
sure. Loewe with all of their different styles.
Oh, totally. Yeah.
So
The
yeah, even
whimsical.
mm-hmm. Your
But
lunch is getting eaten.
I feel like that kind of like leads into, because each one of those, kind of has like a, so like with the Balenciaga, that one's probably like those alien like little glasses.
Mm-hmm.
The Loewe is probably like those, I think, balloon, like large balloon
Yes.
glasses. And so they all kind of they're like statement pieces.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. The only thing I can't think of anything. I think what drove like what Prada had at with the geometric ones, those were so easily and quickly like duped. Like everybody
Mm-hmm.
apparently has these Pradas.
Yes.
Yes.
And it's like a price point thing too. You can get the Prada glasses for two something on a Bloomingdale sale.
Ooh.
That's what the people are doing. And then like YSL, higher price point and like less fun type. So it's gonna be again like we're two in the granny. They have those big old like hater blocker glasses out right now.
Oh, I don't know. I haven't seen that one.
Yeah, and they're not that like that's not really on trend.
We should end up with a segment. It should be like, I don't know. I don't know what we can call it, but it could just be like a round of whatever. It's like everything that we can think of within so long that is new with fashion.
Oh, okay. Do you want to do this right now to close it out?
Sure, why not?
Okay. Everything we can think about in fashion. As far as items,
Anything. So like,
oh,
um,
news.
so Saks, as we know, it's been a couple weeks, especially after this will be published. But Saks has purchased Neiman's. It's still to go through, FCC, everything. But that's news.
That is news. I saw when they were negotiating that. I didn't know if it went through or not yet. I don't know. I felt like Neiman's was such like a Texas thing. I didn't know if they were going to sell it.
Oh yeah, so it's like its branding is like Texas and it's heritage, but it's been purchased at this point, so many times. It's changed hands, so it has that like heritage, but it's been owned by conglomerates for quite a while now.
Interesting. My fashion news is going to be Olympics themed because that's what's trending right now. That's what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the first thing is this lady.
We should totally call this segment, like this whole like area of the podcast, fast fashion.
Oh yeah, okay. All right.
Yes.
Right now for fast fashion, my
Mm-hmm.
stuff is going to be Olympic themed because that's what's going on currently. Somebody got all of their Birkin bags robbed on the train in Paris. First of all, why were you on the train with all those Birkin? Questions. We need answers for it. It seems scandalous. Then New Balance is now worth $10 billion for their new all their brand collaborations that they've been doing. They've been partnering with a lot of small creatives. Right now, the new shoe that they have out is with Joe Fresh Goods. They're doing like the fully dipped New Balance, so they got all orange, all pink, all blue, whatever. It's going crazy, and they have soared. They have skyrocketed. So the
Wow.
people cannot, I guess, ignore like influencer fashion and all of that because it definitely drives sales. Oh, and then finally, for fashion on the rise, is Miu Miu revenues have doubled in the first half of the year, even during the luxury slowdown. For me, again, it's because they're being extremely on trend, extremely active on social, and partnering with all of the right people in their market, like Sabrina Carpenter, putting FKA twigs on the runway, like we talked about last episode. They're doing all of the things. So shout out to the Prada family.
Oh, great for Prada. My fashion news. Did you hear all about that scandal with Adidas and Gigi Hadid? Not Gigi, sorry, Bella. So
Yes!
she was fronting the campaign. It's supposed to celebrate the 1972 Olympics, and like who decided like that was going to be a good thing? Just because there was like tension at the time between the Israelites, right?
In
Israel,
Palestine, and she's Palestinian. Her daddy be on
and she's
social
been,
media calling her the Princess of Nazareth.
but also like she's been vocal about like free Palestine, which we should all be. But
Yeah.
I feel like the fashion industry has kind of like turned a blind eye to her and everything that she stands for. Anyway, so they released the campaign and there was quick, like swift black backlash, and they've pulled her campaign and she finally like spoke out about it. Did you see that?
And now she's suing them.
Good for her. Like she should stand up for like what she believes in.
It seems so stupid.
Right.
This is like when they invited Lupe Fiasco to perform at the White House when Obama was there. Who is in charge of the PR for this? Y'all didn't know that Bella Hadid is Palestinian? That she's a proud Palestinian? That she stands up for her people? That she uses her voice at any time, any opportunity to speak out? She just had on a damn keffiyeh dress at the Cannes Film Festival. It went
Totally. Well,
viral.
they
You
knew.
had to have known. And Adidas, y'all are owned allegedly. Your company was started by former Nazis. So shouldn't you be a little bit more on the proactive side these days in history just to clean that up?
Right.
Isn't that why y'all got rid of Kanye as soon as he said that? Anti-Semitic. Like, what's really going on over there? Free
But
Palestine.
meanwhile, their second quarter earnings have gone way up. Especially because when you saw like on TikTok, especially because the samba is like major at the moment.
And she's the one who made that comeback. Terrible. Adidas,
Yes.
I really wish y'all the worst.
Anything else for fast fashion?
Nope. That's it
Okay,
for fast
excellent.
fashion.
Well, so let us know in the comments what you think that Gucci's issue. Have you bought anything recently that's Gucci? I know that I don't. I've been protesting for a long time because I'm poor. So, if you're not following us already, follow us on Spotify, on YouTube, anywhere you find us. It'll help us to be
Mhm.
monetized so I can afford some Gucci or Valentino, whichever comes out more.
Or if you are rich and just in the mood to get rid of some stuff, we'll get a P.O. box and you can send it to us. You can donate it to the poor.
Yes.
It's our fashion fund.
Oh,
The
yes.
people fund is for the people. Thank you for watching. We'll see y'all next time. Bye.
Bye.